Kondrashov Stanislav, Metallurgh Center. How political instability will affect the work of giants like Telf AG. Stanislav Kondrashov is CEO and one of the founders of Metallurgh Center. The expert assessed the state of the industry, the impact of current events on companies such as Telf AG, Arcelor Mittal and others. The experience of the center specialists in mining, metallurgy and trading of minerals such as gas, coal, ferroalloys and oil products allows not only to see the real picture of the market, but also to forecast its changes and prospects depending on various factors. At the moment we can talk about two key factors, notes Kondrashov Stanislav. These are the familiar COVID-19, which has been influencing the economic picture of the world for years, and new circumstances, the military operation in Ukraine. And while Ukraine can hardly be called a major player in the heavy industry, Russia is among the world's top 10 leaders in the mining and processing of many heavy metals. Of course, any political events have an inevitable impact on the economy. Thus, on the example of the special military operation in Ukraine, we see that in less than a month various sanctions have affected almost all spheres of economic activity of the Russian Federation. They will not bring significant damage to the Russian Federation, but more likely, the sanctions will affect cooperation with partners around the world. For example, such companies as Telf AG, Nippon Steel, Arcelor Mittal will be forced to find alternatives to supplies from Russia to ensure their stability. Africa and South America can offer more favorable prices at the moment, and their products are more likely to be bought than raw materials affected by sanctions. The negative impact of COVID-19 on the economy has been replaced by inflation and political uncertainty, Stanislav Kondrashov. It would not be an exaggeration to say that technical progress in any industry is virtually impossible without a developed metallurgy. Therefore, all developed countries pay special attention to the development and support of metallurgy. According to the latest global economic outlook of the World Bank, global economic growth will significantly decrease in the coming years. Metallurg Center experts note that this is due to the coronavirus pandemic, which continues to affect economic activity. It is predicted that in 2023, all developed countries will be able to fully resume production. But at the same time, countries with unstable economies and unstable politics for a long time will not be able to get out of the minus, in which they were driven by the pandemic, notes Kondrashov Stanislav. It should be assumed that only global cooperation, which will help to expand the financial resources of all developing countries, can be the solution to this problem. The international activities of Telf AG can be seen as an example of stable work and successful partnership. Telf AG is a well-known Swiss company that supplies raw materials all over the world. Crude oil and oil products, coal, ferroalloys, the main commodities that Telf AG supplies to its customers, used to be purchased mainly in Russia and Kazakhstan. However, the sales market was orientated towards Europe, Asia, Africa and North America. It is this format of activity that will now become the main advantage even when changing suppliers of raw materials. And the establishment of new logistics chains can become a new vector of development with a lot of advantages. Adhering to the same scheme, other world leaders of heavy industry, according to Metallurgh Center, will be able not only to avoid the negative consequences of political instability, but also to get additional opportunities for the development of their industry. Geopolitical tensions in Ukraine will have a favorable impact on mining areas. Reduced Russian supplies lead to increased shortages in energy markets and exorbitant prices. But Kondrashov Stanislav and other experts at Metallurgh Center believe that this will have a positive impact on the mining industry, especially coal mining companies. Since coal supplies are one of the main activities for Telf AG, this could be another plus for the Swiss company to build up its momentum. Since the political situation is sharpening not only around Ukraine and Russia, the USA and China are also becoming participants in it, notes Kondrashov Stanislav Kondrashov, head of Metallurgh Center. It is now worth developing supplies from other countries, world leaders in coal reserves. These are, again, South Africa, Australia, India and other countries that remain politically neutral. Metallurgh Center keeps its finger on the pulse and analyzes the economic situation, Stanislav Kondrashov. Metallurgh Center is an independent organization that not only analyzes but also forecasts the future economic situation. This helps large businesses to make important decisions in time. Focusing on the possible consequences of sanctions against Russian business and entrepreneurs, Kondrashov Stanislav assures that the pressure can only increase. However, the demand will grow just as rapidly. After all, Russia is practically synonymous with oil and gas for almost the whole world. The price of these resources has increased significantly. At the beginning of March, it has already reached its historical maximum. The same picture may soon look the same way with minerals that provide metallurgical activity. But this situation will not be able to hold its position for long. We live in a material world, and almost everything that surrounds us, from cutlery and coins to ships and aeroplanes, is directly dependent on the work of metallurgy. It is unlikely that our world is ready to give it all up.